Okay, so we are live now. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Today, we are going to be presenting a session about Humphrey Fellowship Program.
We are live now.
This presentation will give you information on the program, eligibility requirements, how to apply, and what this program is all about. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start our presentation. Anyone who is listening to us, feel free to write your questions in the chat box, and we will make sure to answer to your questions during this presentation or in the end, or we will also provide you contact information that you can reach out to us and ask us any questions that you will have about this program. So the full name of the program is Humphrey Fellowship Program. This program has been initiated in 1978. It is a United States government-funded program that is sponsored by the U.S. Department of State and the Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs. This program brings every year accomplished professionals from designated countries from around the world to the United States at their midpoint in their careers for a year of practical professional development experiences. And this program is a non-degree academic study. Humphrey program was initiated to honor the memory and accomplishments of the late Senator and Vice President Hubert Humphrey. In order to apply to this program, applicants have to review fields of study because there are certain fields of study that are being announced every year. And if applicants are eligible as per this requirement, they're more than welcome to apply and participate in the recruitment process of this program. Here's a list of those fields of study. There are democratic institution building, and communication, journalism, law and human rights, international religious freedom, and also you can see on the other side there are agriculture and rural development, environmental and climate policy. So those lists change from year to year slightly. So every year, if you're planning to apply, and if you've seen previous year that your field of study hasn't been among eligible fields, double check every year, and if it's there, then feel free to apply. Here's more fields of study. Education is included as well, also public health. There are certain, we can go through the program goals. The goal of the program is to bring, as we mentioned previously, bring accomplished professionals with leadership ability and dedication to public service to the United States for non-degree mid-career professional development. So when we talk about mid-career, so it's someone who has graduated university, has their university degree, and at least 5 years of working experience. We do not expect anyone, just a recent graduate without experience applying for this program, just because there are certain requirements as well. We will go into details about those requirements later on. So also the goal of the program is to provide fellows with the opportunity to share perspectives and approaches from their home countries with American counterparts, allowing for more informed discussion and more innovative problem solving in addressing global challenges. It provides fellows with the opportunity to serve as cultural ambassadors from their home countries by interacting with Americans. And again, every single participant that is being selected for this program serves as ambassador from their country. Anyone selected from Tajikistan is a Tajik ambassador in US, representing its culture, its tradition, and sharing experience about their own culture. Also, the goal is to equip fellows with the skills to lead in public service when returning to their home countries. This is also an important part of the program because the goal of the program is not only provide with skills all program participants, but also the aftermath of the program is everyone who participated in this program is expected to return back to Tajikistan and share all the experience, all the skills that they gained during this program back with their fellows here in home country. Also, program provides fellows with framework and resources for achieving professional goals. There are different events happen also during the program. Besides fellows being placed at host institutions, there are a number of seminars and workshops that are provided with gathering all the Humphrey participants from all over US. They gather together for forums. It gives opportunity for fellows to interact with other Humphrey Fellows from other campuses, other host institutions, and that are originally from other countries. It gives opportunity to meet representatives of key organizations and make professional contacts at US institutions, federal agencies, and international organizations. And attend workshops on global leadership and pressing world issues. There are also workshops, enhancement workshops. They do provide opportunities for cross-disciplinary and multi-regional interchanges among fellows and their US professional counterparts. And every year, at the end of the year, there's a retreat program that gives fellows opportunity to gather and to reflect on their Humphrey year and prepare a transition to return back to their home countries. So fellows, besides having their own experience in their host institution and host city, they meet other fellows that might have total different experience in different host city and or host institution, and just this is a great opportunity for everyone to share with each other. Just to give you an overview how the program works and how selection works, because we have many people who apply to program and then they question, oh, what's next? We applied and when and what is going to be expected. So here's just a process that hopefully will give you information and give you more understanding how does it work on the selection side. So at the time of the announcement of the program, the first stage is a national screening, which means all the applications are being reviewed here at US Embassy by US diplomats that are part of the selection committee. After that, there is a screening by the Institute of International Education in US. So those applications that have been selected by US Embassy are just going to be submitted to the partnering organization, Institute of International Education, and they are going to be reviewing applications after that as well. Besides that, there is this program, Humphrey program, creates a review committee. So every application that has been selected here in US Embassy is going to be reviewed by those review committees in US. After this review has been done, there is a next step, which is approval by the Fulbright Foreign Scholarship Board. And once it's approved, applications are approved, placement of selected Humphrey Fellows. So it's just to give you an idea, because there are several steps that same applications just need to go through in order to become finalists and in order to be placed in host institutions in US. Usually the timeline, just to give you an idea as well, every year this program is usually announced around May. So the next announcement we're expecting in May 2021. Program opens usually, and we try to give month and a half or 2 months period of time to give opportunity for interested applicants to work on their application. So from the time that the program is announced till the deadline, there's usually a pretty good length of time to work on those applications, to work on the essays, to work on recommendation letters. So usually June is a deadline for submitting applications. Sometime in July, those applications are going to be top candidates that are selected by the committee are going to be interviewed. After interviews, TOEFL tests will need to be conducted. So one of the very common questions that we ask, that we have people asking us, can we apply if we don't have TOEFL test? Yes, absolutely, you can apply without TOEFL test. TOEFL test is the next step once you have been interviewed, and you will be just provided with a voucher from US Embassy to take the test. In October month, it's usually a time period when the decision of the selection committee at the US Embassy in Dushanbe is made. So in October, US Embassy will be informing who has been nominated, not selected, nominated as a finalist and nominated as an alternate. Why again we do not mention that this is a final step? Because it's important to understand that the final step is will be done after the committee in US approves applications. So October is US Embassy decision, and in February, final decision of Humphrey Fellowship Committee. After that, we expect spring, late spring or early summer, start of the English language programs. This is the case for some of the applicants. If your English level is not good enough to be placed at the host institution, do not worry, because there are sometimes applicants that are very strong applicants, but their English level is just not good enough to be placed in host institution. Those also can become finalists. And if they are selected, they're just they start their program earlier and they go through intensive English language courses. So that's what happens in spring or early summer. And the official start of the program is September, and the length of the program is 10 months. We will mention basic eligibility criteria of the program. So in order to apply and in order to be eligible for this program, those are the requirements. It's university degree. Every applicant has to have university degree, and this is one of the requirements in the application. University diploma and transcript, officially translated transcript, will need to be attached in the application form. A minimum of 5 years of full-time professional experience. So that's as well. We usually being asked, what if I have 1 or 2 years? What if I have 0 years? Unfortunately, this is a basic requirement. The requirement is minimum 5 years. It can be more, but not less than 5 years. Limited or no prior experience in the United States. That's pretty clear as well. If you've participated in previous US Department sponsored programs, it slightly gives you less chance to be selected, because again, the goal of the program is to give opportunity, to give chance to those people who never been in US or never really experienced living in US for extended periods of time. Demonstrated leadership qualities, and obviously this is going to be determined from your essays that you will be providing in your application. A record of public service in the community. Again, in order to become a successful candidate, you need to show through your essays in your application form that you are an active member of this community, and you do bring something to this community, your host community here in Tajikistan, and strong English skills. But again, we've mentioned that if you don't have that strong English skills, that is fine as well. There is intensive English courses available for those candidates. So let's go through. We mentioned that this is fully covered by US Department of State, but we'll just go through what exactly is being covered by the program. So payment of tuition and fees at the assigned host university, pre-academic English language training if required for those people with lower English level, maintenance living allowance, including a one-time settling in allowance, accident and sickness coverage, a book allowance that is going to be covering all the book purchases that are required for this program, one-time computer subsidy, air travel, international travel to and from the US for the program, and domestic travel to required program events. So basically, all the way if your host city here in Tajikistan is Khojan, Khorog, it doesn't matter. Your travel is going to be covered all the way from your host city to the host university in US, and air travel to the workshops that are for Humphrey Fellows. Also, professional development allowance for professional activities such as field trips, professional visits, and conferences. So basically, if you do participate in this program, everything is going to be paid off, and there's no really extra expenses that you will have during the program, during those 10 months that you will be in the US. So we will just go through the process of how to apply. Applications are going to be accepted online. We usually just keep an eye on announcements that are being made by US Embassy. You will see the announcement that provides the link, which is here on the screen as well. You will need to fill out this online application. And if you see that there is plenty of time, like a whole month till the deadline, do not put it aside. Start the application early on, and to make sure that you put a lot of effort in the application. Make sure that you put effort into the essays that you write. Make sure that you give people that write your recommendation letters enough time to work on those as well. That all will give you opportunity and will ensure the fact that your application will be just stronger. Step 2 is an interview conducted by selection committee here in US Embassy. Step 3 is a TOEFL, and it's TOEFL IBT test that is required. And we also provide information how you can prepare yourself for TOEFL test. There are links provided in this slide, and there are lots of resources that will help you to study and prepare yourself for the TOEFL test. So feel free to refer to them, double check those websites, and just work on preparing yourself for this test. Just to make sure that you do not miss announcements of the program, we would suggest you to follow our embassy pages, follow our social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Just follow all of those, and which will help you to not miss the announcement of the program and help you to start working on your application as soon as the program is announced. And also, we will go through if there are any questions at the moment. We will go through those questions, but in case if you are watching the recorded version of today's presentation, feel free to email us at fulbright.tajikistan@state.gov, and we would be glad to provide you all the information that is required to make sure that you work on your application forms and you know how to make your application stronger. So that's it at the moment. We can give you a bit of time if there's anyone who will have any questions. Just please let us know. And I know the fact that right now is November month and the program is not announced at the moment, and usually questions come later once the announcement is out there. So feel free to get in touch with us. by emailing. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. I will repeat once again. This session is going to be saved on our YouTube channel. Feel free to refer to this recorded session, and happy International Week, everyone. Keep an eye on other sessions and join and get more information about all the possibilities that are available for Tajik citizens. Thank you so much, everyone, and goodbye.